Hello, my name is Abe and welcome back to the Darkest Dungeon. We are going to go out on this boss fight. I've got a Hellion, I've got a Vestal, I've got a Plague Doctor, I've got a Jester. Let's do it. Everyone has trinkets? Yeah. Jester has Bleeding and the Ancestors map. Plague Doctor has Blight and the Blasphemous Vial, which is Blight, Stun, and Ranged Accuracy. Healing on the Vestal, and just straight up damage on the Hellion. And we're gonna see if we can't make this hag fight work. The way I expect it to go is the Hellion can hit the hag with Iron Swan. The Vestal can hit the hag with Illumination. Even if they get pulled forward to the front position, if the Hellion gets sucked into the pot, they can still attack. The Plague Doctor can use Noxious Blast from... Oh, this is wrong. No, this is wrong, actually. This. Plague Doctor can use Noxious Blast from the back and stack up Blight on the Hag and the Jester. If they get pulled forward, they can just use one of Slice Off or Harvest. So I think I've got a okay set of people here. The only thing I might want to do is Sacrificial Stab on the Occultist might be better than the Vessel. The mark isn't that important, but being able to attack with Sacrificial Stab might be useful. I could use Sacrificial Stab. You know what? Yeah, let's get rid of the Vestal and let's put in Darcy the Occultist. Actually, wait a minute. I have so few people who can synergize with a marking party that I think it's okay to use an Occultist. But you know what? I want to get a Vestal up to champion level so I can take him out on missions. So you know what? This is fine. We'll do it like this. Not perfect. Vestal is not going to do that much damage with Illumination, but hey, if we can debuff the Hag, maybe make him easier to kill, it's still going to be a little bit helpful for the rest of the party. Hopefully the healer just gets sucked into the pot, because that's perfect for me. Because the healer, isn't going to be doing too much damage. So we're going to take some provisions, probably over-prepare a little bit. That's okay. Let's go.
Her knowledge of horticulturalism and its role in various arcane practices impressed me greatly. My licentious impulse gave way to a genuine professional respect, and together we began to plant, harvest, and brew.
Well, that sounds perfectly acceptable so far. You had a partner.
There is
in your evil misgivings.
In the wild corruption here.
Yeah.
It bears a form both wretched and malevolent.
So the boss is probably gonna be up here in the top left, if I had to imagine. So let's go explore on the right side first. I would still like to get some cash on this run if I can.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Jester can easily take care of any traps we find. And yeah, I would like to get rid of, or to get cash as opposed to heirlooms. Because again, stuff is gonna get very expensive when I'm trying to upgrade people in the near future. I surprised them, which is very nice. And Noxious Blast has a 100% chance of landing on the fungal batteries in the back. They have an 80% resistance to Blight, but I have plus 30, plus 20. On top of 130, that's 180%. So that is going to last. Actually, not Noxious Blast, but Plague Grenade. Yeah, that's guaranteed Blight. That's pretty good. And if I want to do a... drop their dodge, sure. If I want to do a stun on the back, I can do that too. I've got options. I would like to try to kill the back line first. It's probably not going to happen. Like, that guy's going to stay alive for one extra turn. I might be able to kill the fungal battery in the back, though. Yeah, he's dead. So one of the fungal batteries is alive, but that's okay. Very unfortunate that we got hit by that crit. At least he resisted the disease. I don't mind if he gets diseased, though, because the Plague Doctor can always cure diseases when we camp. And in fact, he's going to do that to the Jester as soon as we camp before the boss fight, hopefully. Just remove his disease. What did he have again? Jester, it's like minus bleed resistance or something. Yeah, he's gonna get bled a lot here. Yeah, minus bleed resistance. That's not too bad. Pop out a heal with the Vestal. I don't really like her being in the second position, trying to hit the back line, because she only has one move, Illumination, that can do that, but it's still alright. All things considered. Should I do a stun? I should definitely do a stun, because it's 100%. Which means I could even get a little bit of stress healing in.
Unforeseen, unforgiving.
And I can even get a little bit of curing in. Curing 2 people at once with the Plague Doctor, that's fine with me. And yeah, we'll get a little bit of stress healing in. Basically just take one turn to kind of buff myself up a little bit. And as long as this dog doesn't attack me and bleed me again, I don't mind all that much. Okay, what do we do here? Get rid of the dog first? Get rid of the dog first. Because the Jester can't actually hit the dog from where they are. I don't want to overkill the dog, so I guess I'm going to kind of like focus on both of them at the same time, which is not ideal, but I guess it's going to happen that way. He dodged the anti-dodge.
As the light gains purchase,
I guess the dog isn't going to get a turn this turn. He's going to get a turn next turn because he has a speed of 9 and he already went. Ah, he's going to die. Never mind. That is acceptable. I'll keep knocking out the fungal grabber in the back. He's got 1 HP remaining, which kind of sucks. Yeah. So I guess I should heal, wait, and then maybe try to get a little bit more stress healing done on the next turn. So we'll just stun him. Actually, you know what? I should have probably just used Adrenaline Rush because he's dead anyways. I should have buffed myself instead of debuffing myself. There's no combat in our near future, though, so we have an opportunity to let that debuff run its course. Yeah, might as well. Reduce all of that stress. Oh, the Jester is so good at reducing stress. I love it. Okay, now we'll do the buff. And you're dead.
a death by inches.
Not really inches. I mean, we kind of just like let him bleed out. Boss could be here? No, it's not. I mean, that's good. I don't want the boss to be here. I want the boss to be way over there in the back left or wherever it was. Ooh, Towering Ectoplasm. It's gonna be a little bit annoying. We should probably debuff the Towering Ectoplasm if we can. Reduce its dodge a little bit. And then the protection on the front guy is worse. We'll blight this Towering Ectoplasm, slice off the Ectoplasm in the back. Lucky crit managed to get the kill. I was just gonna... Actually, yeah, the Hellion doesn't have if it bleeds, so it's entirely the Jester relying on him to get the kill on that third line. Quivering Ectoplasm! Yeah, now we got another one.
Decimated.
At least the Hellion can kill this one in one shot. No problem. Oh, and the Blight is so good. The Plague Doctor might even be able to blight some of the enemies in the courtyard. With their 180% chance. Pretty damn good. Minus 54 dodge. Probably not gonna come into play, considering it's bleeding and diseased now. So we'll remove stress, heal, buff, and wait. I could attack to get the kill, but for what? For a little bit of stress relief? I have 0 stress.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Well, it should, because you really should not be attacking me with your prodigious size alone. Towering Ectoplasm.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
It's not a fortune, it's crests, although I do have to spend them to upgrade buildings for some reason. Angel Statue, Pristine Fountain. I do not remember what I get from interacting with that curio. Must be protected, yeah, 25% protection. We'll harvest him. A little bit of damage over time done to this Bloodletter in the front, why not? I imagine that the Hellion Iron Swan will get the kill on this guy in the back. Yeah, 15 to 29, good God. That's a lot of damage. So this guy, point blank shot, not stress. Rain of Whips, Punishment are his 2 stress attacks that also bleed. Point blank shot is just, he missed. Kinda sucks. For him, not for me. It's good for me. And with his -2 speed, I think we're gonna get the kill on this guy with the Hellion. All we need to do is hit for, like, 17? Oh no, it was 18! Oh damn it, I miscounted. Damn it. That's alright, he missed his second shot again. This party right now seems to be doing pretty well, I will admit. Everyone's got full health, no stress, everyone's buffed. Hasn't even been close, really. Might as well get that 1 point of damage on the Plague Doctor recovered.
The greater the glory.
3 deeds. I still need deeds, don't I? Let's get rid of the Jade. And with the Fountain, have the Hellion interact with it. You know what? The hero consecrates the Fountain. Stress relief. That's it! Stress relief? Damn it. I'm pretty sure you can get a buff from that, but maybe you don't use the holy water, or maybe it's just random. If you use the holy water, sometimes you'll get stress relief, sometimes you'll get a buff or something. I don't know. Just kind of winging it here, you know? But in any case, it's still pretty good. You know, it's not a penalty.
The light. The promise of safety.
Should have waited a second on that torch. Didn't micro the torch enough. Money? A lot of torches, and then fight. With some spiders in it. Why are the spiders hanging around the torches? -25 bleed resistance for the quest. Oh, it's a Goofart's town negative. Okay. Completely did not realize that that's what that was. Can I use medicinal herbs to get rid of that? Yeah, he flagellated himself once a long time ago, and he got a debuff from it. His debuff was like -25% to bleeding. It's like he's still bleeding even though he flagellated himself, which makes sense. So now he's got, okay, I can't remove it with medicinal herbs. So now he's got this negative modifier on him. And I thought maybe it would be for forever, but I guess it is just for the quest, one quest, which is fine. That's perfectly acceptable. I don't mind that at all. It would be really frustrating if it was for forever, but luckily it's not. I'm gonna get rid of the, why do I have 4 anti-venom? I'm gonna get rid of the bandages. Take the Gemerald. And if I'm lucky, maybe get another one. All you need is 2, and then it's basically worth the same as a pile of gold. I'm gonna try to like favor gems more, because I always end up dropping them for gold piles, but maybe that's not what I should be doing. Maybe I should be trying to focus getting more gems, you know? Crit for 36. That's why I'm hoping the Hellion does not get tossed into the pot, because if they get tossed into the pot, we might have a little bit of a hard time killing the hag, but if they're not in the pot, we should be fine. I was hoping for a little bit more damage there. All you needed to do was 2 more points. Probably a debuff, yeah. It's veteran level, that's gonna be a debuff attack. Even though she has negative dodge, she dodged it anyways. Now we'll heal, get back up to nearly full. Okay, you're dead. So we'll smack you. The Hellion might be able to stun this guy now that I think about it. It's like 155% base on the Hellion's stun attack. Yeah, so that's like an 85% chance of stunning. And if we do, he's dead because he's not gonna get 2 turns. He's got -2 speed. My speed is not nearly that bad. So you are dead. Well, alright. I was gonna think about stress healing someone, but there's no one to stress heal, so just do it like this.
Their cursed champion falls.
Yeah, their champion did in fact fall. That's a full stack of gold. I've got to take that. I don't want to get rid of the torches quite yet. Let's get rid of the holy water and interact with the fountain manually. Let's see what happens. I'm curious. Fountain reinvigorates the hero. Stress relief, lovely. I think it's like stress relief and healing, and we've just been at max health both times.
Wealth beyond
Now that I think about it, that seems likely.
To the brave and the foolhardy alike.
We got a couple of torches. We'll open this treasure room that we have bypassed. I don't think the boss is going to be here on the left. I think it's going to be up in the corner, which feels a little bit weird that it's kind of not even in a dead end. It's just kind of in this little circle, but I don't think it's going to be here on the left. You know, I should have used anti-venom here. Because then if I get rid of the anti-venom, I'll feel better about it.
Now it must be carried home.
Screw it. We don't need deeds. I want money. I don't need heirlooms that much anymore. I've got basically most of everything unlocked. Deeds would be nice so that I could get the final upgrade for price in the blacksmith, I think.
Laden with loot are often low on supplies.
You know, deeds and busts are still nice because I do have, you know, the stagecoach to upgrade. The trinket dealer needs a little bit of upgrading as well. Yeah, I can totally blight these guys. I guess the mosquitoes have like 130% resistance, these guys have 70% resistance, and the trade-off is that these guys have a lot of stun resistance and the mosquitoes don't. The mosquitoes only have like 10%. So there is a difference between the two of them. That's a lot of damage. It's like higher end damage right there.
Annihilate.
I don't mind, even though he's blighted, getting the kill shot on him. That is perfectly fine. You're dead. Might be able to kill you with one shot? No. Not even with two shots. Or not even with one shot and then next turn. Everyone's resisting the blight, which is very nice, but it makes me wonder why I'm holding on to this anti-venom. Okay, you're dead now, even if the blight didn't land, but it's gonna, because it's a 100% chance. And if I don't get the curse from these guys, I will be a happy camper. Yeah, I'm a happy camper. Might as well buff yourself. I mean, there's no fight in front of us, but there's nothing else to do with your move. We've got another key, which is actually pretty good.
Victory,
Ah, who cares?
but a victory nonetheless.
But yeah, I should probably think about getting rid of this anti-venom. I thought we would be getting hit with the blight attack more, but I guess we have 120% resist, 80% resist, 70%, 80%. Which is fine. You know what we should do? We should go fight the boss and then backtrack to get the remaining room. No! Hit the wrong button on my keyboard. Because and I think we just spawned another fight in the room by backtracking accidentally once. But if I can go kill the hag, then I can backtrack, open all the chests that I'm forgetting, and then, you know, camp, get rid of my inventory, make room, get more loot.
Continue the onslaught.
Again, I don't really care
Destroy them.
that it's overkilling the dog in the back. Skull toss. Don't stun him. Damn. I wanted to get the blight on the ghoul here because it's going to do a lot of damage over time. I could try to stun the ghoul once. Just to delay him one turn so I can get a little bit of stress relief done. Although I should have attacked first because then the bleed would have one more turn to bleed, basically. So I should have done that in the different order, but it's fine. Basically, you stun me, I'll stun you. Let's see how you like that. I would like to debuff him, reduce his dodge. Even more so than I would like to heal. Why am I chewing on an ice cube? That was stupid. Take a drink and go back to talking. 'Cause I can't talk with ice in my mouth. Just got something like this and got something in my teeth or something. Try to reduce the stress from that skull toss that we had. And you might as well just like adrenaline rush yourself. Clear the bleed, heal, buff. We have a fight in a second, so you know, this is fine for me. Fine by me. Yeah, heal yourself, sure.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit.
Money that I'm gonna take.
Unless inordinate
Get rid of the freaking
sanguination
anti-venom.
considered
I'm getting
virtue.
bled more than I'm getting blighted here. And 1 blood, whatever, we'll just drop it. Ah, Tenacious Crone and a Blighted Giant. First time seeing these guys in this campaign. They're annoying. They're quite annoying. I might be able to do a Blinding Gas on the Crone, stop her from moving once, try to get the kill with the Jester and the Vestal, or I could go for the Blight and just get more damage done to her. So I'm gonna get more damage done to her. She's gonna stress me out and reduce my torch a little bit, but I've got a Jester. I can handle a stressful attack if it comes in. That's not a problem. Ah, she resisted the debuff. That's unfortunate because I didn't want that to happen. Hellian's gonna have to take care of the giant on her own. Tree branch, smackdown. That's a nasty attack. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, do the blight. At least it doesn't stun or do anything like that. Probably slice off. We should kill this guy as quickly as we can, and maybe even use the Hellion to try to get the stun. It's an 85% chance. Good. That's a decent amount of extra damage over time that is going out on this giant now. Yeah, do it again. Keep bleeding him, keep blighting him. So he's got 16 damage over time. I want to keep healing, because that tree branch smackdown was pretty nasty. So now that's going to be 21 damage. Ah, he's not dead. He's going to get 1 more attack. But he's going to die on his next turn, so I can spend this turn stress healing and healing. Well, maybe not. So you heal her. You targeted heal yourself. 13, that's pretty good. You can't do stress healing now, so you might as well move back to your original position, and if the Hellion goes first, they can buff themselves. Sedated. And at the very least, try to get a little bit of an extra bonus, a benefit for the next encounter. Is upper dodge? No, damage and accuracy. And it's still active for 1 more round of combat anyways. Honestly, let's just get back up to full health. Why are these guys pale? They look pale. Why is that? Were they always this pale? I feel like they weren't always this pale. Probably not gonna be able to kill both of them, honestly. Yeah, I killed one of them. The other one's slimed, so the other one will die on their own. They're not gonna summon another enemy through cytokinesis or ectoplasmic perfusion. Does ectoplasmic perfusion, no, that hits everyone, I think. I can't remember. Like, I can't remember if it's the one that hits everyone or if it spawns an enemy. I think only cytokinesis spawns an enemy, but I could be wrong about that. Heirloom chest, you know what, let's backtrack for that. And for that combat. Let's go the simple way. I'll use a shovel here. And actually, I'll heal up with the 2 food. Because I don't imagine I'll pick up enough food to get another stack. But with 3 medicinal herbs in my inventory still, maybe we would. Okay, there's the boss fight. Well, we're as ready as ever, essentially, so let's go do it. I have nothing else to do, nothing to really... I mean, I could buff myself.
Glittering gold.
But I think I'd rather save it for after the fight.
Paid for in blood.
Well, let me think about this. What would I buff? Accuracy and dodge. Accuracy, damage, crit. Let's go buff ourselves. I've got the Jester. For the remainder of the combat encounters, I can always de-stress myself later. So let's buff ourselves. Let's camp.
Circle in the dark.
I'll feast.
The battle may yet be won.
And you will Sanctuary. You will Battle Trance. You will Sharpen Spear. You don't have enough for a Bless now. I I can remove a disease, which we should do on one companion. It's also gonna give him a buff? No, it just removed blight and disease and healed. That's fine.
The way is lit.
Cool.
The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
I guess the last thing we should do is remove her debuff from... Basically just remove the penalty to using the Battle Trance ability. Minus 10 accuracy, minus 15 damage if in position. Well, now if she gets knocked back, then she just doesn't get the buff. She just doesn't get, you know, the debuff. Okay, let's do it. I'm kind of relying on the Hellion here for a lot of the damage, I think, so hopefully she doesn't get knocked into the pot. 99 health. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. We can land a bunch of blight on her. Slice off. Bleed her up. Medic, medic, medic. You know what? That's fine too. Would prefer it if they were out to get that bleeding done, but I'm hoping with the Hellion we can actually finish the fight pretty quickly. Already taking 9 damage a turn. Or a couple of turns anyways. Debuff of damage and accuracy. You know what? Medicinal herbs that. Debuff her dodge. I mean, I think we had a 90% chance of landing our shots anyways, but... Taste the stew. That's a heal, isn't it? Heal for 10. Slightly annoying. It's alright. Seasoned to perfection. I wish that the damage didn't happen at the end of every turn, but... I understand. Slice off. Come on, Hellion crit, finish this off. I think the Plague Doctor is nearly dead. It's not enough. Yes, this is enough. The Plague Doctor will survive, even if they are on death's door right now.
Yeah. Leave her corpse to
Just gotta kill her as fast as you can.
by the spores she spawned.
1 HP. That's pretty close.
This expedition
That's cutting it pretty
promises
close.
Success.
Alright, close out. Continue adventuring. Reorder everyone. Keep exploring. I've got enough keys. I can do this. Now I just need to focus on healing that Plague Doctor ASA frickin' P. Dump the torches, take the crests. Why not? I worry about the combat. I worry about someone targeting the Plague Doctor and killing her, but if I can just get like one thing of food, and by thing of food I mean like one thing that I can use medicinal herbs on to make food appear in my inventory, that would be nice. If I have to fight him though, I'll fight him. That's a lot of gold. That's a lot of gold. Let's drop, I mean honestly, let's drop the medicinal herbs. I'm gonna move around slightly so that I can get the targeted heals out on the Plague Doctor. And we'll see how this goes. One collector, that's not that bad. We move first. Crit healed for 26. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And Highwayman's in the back. Let's plague him up. I do worry about the, you know, the crits from the Highwaymen. Collected Highwaymen here, but hopefully we can knock them out. They're gonna survive for a couple of turns. That's a little dangerous, but nothing much we can do about that. 2 Iron Swans, I don't mind if I do. More Plague Grenades, don't mind if I do. Already doing 13 damage to this Highwayman. He's dead in 2 turns. I wish he was dead now. Is that a buff or heal? That's a buff. Ooh. That's scary. That's so scary that I'm going to attack him and hopefully try to kill him. Yeah, you're dead. No buff on my watch.
Is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
And hopefully this Highwayman's dead. No, so close. Good dodge. Thank you, 30 dodge. Headstrong to take you on. 1 AoE will kill the collected Highwayman. What's everyone's speed at? Speed of 5, speed of 6, speed of 5. kill the highwayman. Our damage is fine, so let's just try to, like, kill him. I think everyone can hit without worrying about debuffing. Already got 10 damage around on the collector. Slice him up a little bit. Even though he looks like a skeleton man, he can still bleed. That's weird, he didn't show collection. I would have expected him to run show collection there, or not show collection, collect call. Yeah, collect call, because collect call is the one that summons a lot more heads. And he didn't summon any heads there. That's a little strange. So he's dead. He's dead as long as the Vestal doesn't move first and heal. Actually, he was dead on that turn. I thought it would have taken one more turn. Yeah, sure. I could go for a little bit more stress healing with the Jester. Hopefully I can get one more turn out with him. I'm not gonna worry about it too much though. Although I can, because the Vestal can't do anything. They can heal themselves, and that's it. Alright, so I need to hit him for 5. I can hit him for 5. And now that I got one stress heal out, I am perfectly fine killing them this turn. So let's just do that. Cool, we got the trapezoid. We will drop
so clearly in view.
Heartburst Hood, because I already have one.
Trick of the light.
Might as well get rid of it. Still got torches, still got shovels, still got keys. Onyx Crest. I think we're probably gonna call it quits here. Yeah, let's call it quits. Not backtrack anymore. Get rid of the food, get rid of the torches, take all. Quest complete. Pretty good haul of cash and heirlooms. 12,000 gold, 42 crests, 6 deeds. 2 more people at level 5, and 2 more people still at level 4. Warren's Explorer replaced Slugger. Slugger's pretty good, so I'm kind of unfortunate. It's kind of unfortunate that we swapped out the skills there. Lazy Eye, -5 accuracy, range skills. I don't think he has any ranged skills, that's fine. You know what? Finale might be ranged. And the other one might be ranged. Solo. Guilty Conscience, we should probably remove that in the sanitarium because that's going to be one that's going to make her like interact with maybe books, but definitely the like confessional booth. Night Owl replaced Warren's Explorer, fine. Flagellant will only flagellate for stress relief. That's going to be something that we need to get rid of because flagellating for stress relief is the most expensive form of stress relief.
Soldiers' minds are mired in malignancy. Fear has taken root.
The dark is rising. Despondency and ambivalence seem to be on the wind. Many adventurers confess to have a troubled disposition, even here in the relative safety of the Hamlet. -15% virtue chance on the next quest. A bit unfortunate, but as long as no one gets stressed to that point, we should be fine. So hopefully we just can deal with it. Deal with it. Restraining Padlock. Minus stress, minus stress. Doesn't seem that beneficial because I could just run the book that is -20% stress and then that's -20% stress all the time. What is this? Plus damage, plus crit at death's door, plus death blow resist, plus HP. Seems like this would be a very good item to have for the Flagellant? I know that there's a death blow cap, like it's like 87% or something like that. You can't get any more death blow resistance than that. So having a Martyr Seal that gives you an additional plus 12% might not be all that good if you've got some other trinket that can give you like plus 10%, because by default you have 73% for him, everyone else is 67. So it's 73%, you can get a quirk that increases it to like maybe 10%, so like 83% total. And then at that point, you might almost already be at the cap, so Suffer might not do all that much. This trinket might not do all that much. So I tend not to really prioritize stuff like this, Death's Blow resistance. Instead, what we might want to do is go out on a long veteran-length mission, maybe even take the Antiquarian? Good. We've done both of the ruins fights, boss fights anyways. What would I do with the antiquarian? I don't know. What's in the cove? Life crystal. Another apprentice level mission. Lock of Fury we already have. Caregiver's Convention could be really nice. Is that the one that makes everything free? Gather 3 medicines. If it makes everything free, then what I might want to do is do this weld mission and then abuse the fact that the sanitarium's free and remove a lot of quirks, lock in a lot of quirks. Aha! That is really good. I don't care if you're compulsive. I will pay to get rid of those negative quirks. She's already got level 4 equipment and skills, and it's a Vestal, which I need because I'm going to need a lot more healers. I mean, I do have 3 already, but a level 3 means I can take them out on a lot more missions. Dude, I don't know. I do like the idea of just picking up another Vestal. Yeah. Let's get rid of sort by class. I've got 3 occultists. If I get rid of Percy, spend a lot of money on him. But if I get rid of Percy, I can have a Vestal. I think that is acceptable because I'll still have 2. Yeah, because right now I only have 2 Vestals. I would prefer to have 3 as opposed to 3 Darcys and Percys and Omans. So Percy, I think you're gonna get removed. Slow reflexes, -1 speed is not that bad, but you know, they don't really have anything else going for them. Compulsive, fear of unholy, sickly. These are easy to get rid of, they're cheap to get rid of. I really want another Vestal as opposed to another occultist. So you know what, Percy? I'm gonna keep Darcy, I think, because they are better. But Hagiomania is so bad. Percy has more skills unlocked. Dun, 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 dun. Let me see. Whatever. Percy, goodbye. You're dismissed. Welcome,
the lame horse, nor the broken
Bernieres?
man.
Bernier? Welcome, Bernie. Hey, Bernie. We got Bernie the Vestal. And the next mission is probably going to be off to the Weld. Thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more, and I hope to see you here for the next mission in the Darkest Dungeon.